It is another beautiful morning out here in Nashville, Tennessee. Sun's just rising, but it's still dark enough for the streetlights to be on. Here I am at work. I'm probably looking hella bad right now. Sweating, tired. Just got done busting my butt, but I'm still here making more money. I just want to give a shout out real quick and make a quick little video. I always say that. It always ends up being long, but I'm going to try and make a quick video about socialism and about this phenomenon of people, not even just young people, not even millennials, it's older people too. These people who love Bernie Sanders. And I want to make a video about it because, you know, it all clicked and it made sense. And I finally figure out what's going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and get in my car real quick and do the video in here. But, you know, it's bothering me because it doesn't make sense when you actually have a brain cell in your head, but it does make sense, and I'm gonna break it down right now. See, I didn't understand why, you know, it'd be so nice, you know, you meet this girl and she's young, she's pretty, you know, she looks good, and you get to talking, or you know, you add her on your social media, you know, your Facebooks or whatever, and you find out she likes Bernie Sanders, and it's like, God, I want to throw up. So I thought about it for a while I was here working, and it finally all made sense because, you know, I can break it down in a few points. You know, first of all, the people who like Bernie Sanders, you know, they're obviously usually quote-unquote liberal. We all know that liberals nowadays aren't really classical liberals. They're more progressives. So you got these progressives, and they're always the type of people who will say, well, I'm not really into politics. I don't really pay attention to it, but I like some of Bernie Sanders' ideas. I like some of the things he says. Okay, and to take it a little further, what does Bernie Sanders say? You know, he says, you know, we need free healthcare, and we need free college tuition, and we need higher minimum wage. Okay, so let's take each of those points real quick and break it down because, okay, real quick though, keep in mind, progressives are master linguistics. They are masters at language because what they do is they play these word games. You know, Black Lives Matter, climate change. They put these things on there where it's like, well, universal health care. Well, who would be opposed to that? Who would be opposed to Black Lives Mattering? Who would be opposed to universal health care? Who would be opposed to higher wage? Who would be opposed to universal health care? Oh, sure, who would be opposed to climate change? Sure, all these things sound good and true on the surface, but when you dig just a little bit beneath the surface and you see how they want to implement these things, you realize it's complete hell on earth. Okay, so again, let's take some of these and break it down just real quick. I mean, it's easy, simple. It's simple, people. It's so easy, but again, these people aren't into politics. They don't pay attention. Okay. Why do you want higher minimum wage? Okay. Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, you can't live off of $7, $8, and you can't even live off $10 an hour. You know what? Yeah, 15. Everyone should be making a minimum of $15 an hour. Sure, that sounds great, But here's the problem with that. They've tricked us into arguing about a higher minimum wage because all they've created is minimum wage jobs. So now we're all working these crappy jobs that are supposed to be for 16, 17, 18-year-olds. Not even for people who are going to college. Just it's supposed to be your first job where you work and save a few thousand and get your first little crappy 1990s car. Okay, get your first car. You know, it's not even meant for people who are going to college, but even if you want to say that, these jobs are for people who are in their first couple years of college. You can even take it that far and say that, okay. But they're not made to be living off of. So people always go, well, you can't live off of that. You can't live off of minimum wage. Yeah, no kidding, because you're not meant to live off of it. But your Obama, your boy Obama, Obozo, and all of his policies and all of his cohorts, and then includes all the blue blood neocon Republicans, yeah, their plan was to put only those jobs out there. Siphon all the good paying jobs out of the country, and now all we have during the whole Obama administration, every time they'd say, oh, well, this month we had quite a good jobs report. We had 100,000 jobs created. We had 200,000. When you looked into it, though, see, again, on the surface, sounds great. But when you just dig a little bit deep and look at, what did you find? They were service jobs. They were bartender and cashier at your local Kmart jobs. Oh, how do you like that Walmart stocking job? Yeah, sounds great, don't it? That's what Obama gave you. That's what all these bozos gave you. Okay? Even the people before him, but he was the creme de la creme. Because he would talk, you know, I'm creating a lot of jobs. This country's going to get a lot better. Bush ruined it, which he did. But I'm doing such a great job. I'm creating all these jobs. He give you that little turn my head. Come on, people. I'm doing great. That's just conspiracy theory. No, it's not. Okay? You're creating service industry jobs which don't pay anything, which we already knew. So now they've got us not saying, hey, give us good jobs that actually pay well. They want us to, first of all, fight. You go to apply for a little Kmart job or Walmart job, whatever, and you're in interviews fighting with people who are applying, you know, these 40, 50-year-old people who are applying for the same job. Everyone's fighting for these little bit of service jobs that are out there. And then on top of that, they don't pay enough to live off of. So, well, why do they do that, Nick? Because they want to keep us poor. But that's a whole other subject we're not going to get into. But see, we need to be, and whether you agree with him or not, whether he's doing it or not, at least he's talking about it. Trump is at least talking about the right thing when it comes to, well, we need manufacturing. We need the good jobs that actually pay a good wage. See, the money will come, the good money will come once you get a good job. But if you don't have the good jobs available, then you're not going to get a good wage. So see, they want us all fighting, saying we need higher minimum wage. We shouldn't even be arguing about that. That shouldn't even be a debate on the table. And, you know, if you want to see, you know, you can make the point. You can argue the point, okay, you know, if you're a national or international corporation or you're a big company and you have so many employees, you're in so many locations, okay, you do make enough money to be able to pay a higher minimum. Okay, your McDonald's, your Burger Kings, your Walmarts, they do make enough money to be able to pay a higher minimum wage. I agree with that. So I think if you want to make legislation like that, okay, you know, for higher minimum wage, $15 an hour minimum wage, it should be a certain, you know, there should be rules in there where you have to be a certain size. You have to be, you know, if you're in, you know, a national company, whatever. Okay. But again, all that's going to create is that's going to stifle those companies from actually hiring. They're going to cut back on all their employees and they're going to try to meet that number. They're going to get their accountants in there. They're going to try to meet just underneath that threshold so they don't have to pay it. So really, is that really going to help anything? No, it's not. So, okay, there's that. There's the health care. There's the free college education. Okay, yeah, all that sounds great on the surface. Again, here we go again. Sound familiar, huh? Okay, but when you find out how they want to do that, it's hell on earth. Okay, so they want to raise your taxes. Okay, you're already taking too much of my damn money, you know? And we've already just established that they're not paying us enough. So we're already not making enough. They're already taking too much of our damn money, even under Trump's new tax plan. They're still taking too. You're making 20, 30, 40, even 50,000 a year. You shouldn't be paying a dime in federal income tax. You shouldn't be paying an income tax. You're poor. There ain't no other way to describe it. If you're making 50 or less, especially if you're making 10, 20, 30, you aren't making crap. That's $10 an hour. You ain't making nothing. You shouldn't be paying tax. That's bottom damn line. And I think Trump didn't go all the way like he said he was going to, because I remember during his campaign, he was saying 25, 40,000, something like that. If you make a certain amount of money, you pay, I'm going to make you pay zero. And that didn't happen. So him sitting down with these blue blood Republicans who are really just another branch of the liberal party. It's all under an umbrella. Imagine a tree, and it's the liberal tree. And you got on this side, you got your people all way over on the far left, your Bernie Sanders, and, you know, your people who are far left social. Then you got your Obamas, who is the Marxist, who's right next to that. And then you got your people who claim to be, you know, middle of the road Democrat, your, you know, Hillary Clinton, who really isn't middle of the road, but whatever. You got your middle of the road people. And then over here on the right side, you got your neocons, who play like they're Republicans. They run their campaign as, I'm a Republican. You know, I'm a conservative. There are no real conservatives in the Congress and the Senate. There's not. There might be a couple, like your Rand Pauls or whatever, but he's more of a libertarian. But still, he's more of a classical conservative than any of the conservatives who claim to be conservative. Because the truth is, they're on the same family tree. They're under the same umbrella as liberals. It's all liberalism. It's all progressivism. But that's what a neocon is. And there's a great video, by what's his name? Jake Lloyd from InfoWars. Whether you like InfoWars or not, Jake Lloyd made a great little 5-minute video breaking down the term neocons and where the neocons came from. They're really just another branch of the liberals. They're another branch of Democrats. They're another branch of progressives, you know, who just broke off from that group because they believed in, you know, a couple different things. But they're still liberals. So anyways, they want to take more of our money. And then how do they want to do it? They want to have a small group of people, a small crooked cabal of people who take everything from everybody, and then they divvy it out amongst all of us peons. Wait, hold on. Doesn't that sound familiar? Wait, that's what we already have! We already have socialism in this country. It's so funny. We sit here and say, oh, capitalism isn't working, and there's loopholes, and it's crooked. And, you know, there's people like, even people on the, you know, conspiracy side. It's crony capitalism. No, it's not even that. It's not even corporate capitalism. It's socialism. That's what we have. We have a small number of people in the Senate and Congress who control everything. They take all of our money, and they're the ones that develop the programs, social programs, this, that, and the other, the laws, and they make the rules. They make the rules for the monopoly board, and they're the bankers as well. And, I guess in this analogy, they'd probably be controlled by the bankers, but whatever. So imagine you got a monopoly board, and the rule maker of the game is controlled by the banker. Okay. So the bankers aren't controlling the rules. So he's the one making the rules. And so you got the small cabal of people. They're taking all of our money, And then they're divvying it out little by little, really not giving us anything, little trinkets, little boondoggles here and there. And then simultaneously keeping us distracted with all the entertainment, with all the TV, with all the TV programming, with all the movies, with all the music. They're keeping us programmed, or distracted rather. They're keeping us distracted so that we don't realize what they're doing. But wait, you got these people who are, I like Bernie. I like Bernie. Bernie. Bernie's got good idea. Okay, what do you like about Bernie? I just want free healthcare. I just want free healthcare. Okay, but how are they going to do that? I just like socialism because I just want free healthcare. Okay. But again, you're acting like you're talking as if we need to change this country into a socialist country. We already are. We already have people who aren't beholden to the people who, their constituents, the people who put them in there. These aren't statesmen. These are crooked, corrupt politicians who are a small number. They're all part of the same little group, they're all part of the same group, whether you're Democrat or Republican. They all sit down behind closed doors, they smoke their cigars, they drink their little shot of whiskey, and they all sit back and laugh and have a good old laugh about how they're fooling the public. We already have that. So just think about that next time people out there want to say, well, I like Bernie and I like socialism. Even if you don't like Bernie, I like socialism. So you want a small, it's not even 1%. It's a fraction of, it's 0.1%. It's a tiny percent of people out of this whole country. Tiny handful of people. Imagine we've got 320 is what they tell us. Probably more than that. Million people in this country if you count all the illegals. And, a lot more than that if you count all the illegals. And you've got a few hundred people, 1,000 people, if you want to add in all the, extra people who might be in certain power positions. Okay, you got a couple thousand people who control everything or who are the main positions of power, who are the main influencers. A couple hundred when you're talking about politicians, senators, and congressmen. Out of 320 million, you're talking not 1%, you're talking like 0.00002%. Okay? So, you want a small cabal of people to get all the resources and then divvy them up amongst all of us? Just in the name of it being free! Free goodies for everybody! Free healthcare! Free! Oh, how was that free healthcare that Obama gave you? Oh, that's right, it wasn't free! Oh, that's right, you couldn't pick your doctor like he said in 50 different interviews all over the place. Oh, and it did turn out that it was only legal as a tax! Which is what he said it wasn't. He said it was a conspiracy theory, that it was a tax. That's just something conspiracy theorists say. It's not a tax, it's not a tax, it's not a tax, not a tax, not a tax, not a tax. Oh, come on. Come on, people. It's not a tax. Come on, people. And they're standing outside. All the reporters are standing outside. It's the Supreme Court day. It's the day at the Supreme Court. They're going to pass their decision on Obamacare. Oh, the decision just got released. We're looking through. Oh, it says that it is only legal as a tax. Oh, Obama was right. It's legal. Not one reporter had the balls, had the cojones to say, wait, Obama's not right. He lied. He said it's not a tax. They flipped the argument as if, they just totally tricked you and said, oh, the argument over the last few months was if it's legal or not. They totally just, because they know people don't have a memory. They just said, ooh, they waved the magic wand in front of you and said, oh, it's legal. All you people who said Obama was wrong and it's not legal. Oh, you're wrong. Supreme Court says it's legal. See how that works? You see how that works? They lie to you because they know you don't have a memory. And these are the people that you're going to trust to take everything, take all the resources, and divvy it up amongst us? It's crazy. But wait. And I know this video is getting long, but to bring it all, wrap it all in, bring it all in, bring it home, Nick, bring it home. Comes back to the first point that I was talking about breaking this down. What did I say in the beginning of this video? Those people, especially the Bernie Sanders supporters, especially the progressives of any kind, but especially the Bernie Sanders supporters, the socialism supporters, they always say, I don't really care about politics. I don't pay attention to it. I don't follow it. I don't know much about it. Whatever they say, it's one of those few things. It's always the same. Translate that. Let me translate that for you. What does that really mean? What are they really saying when they say that? What they're really saying is, I just want someone to do it for me. I just want Bernie to do it for me. He sounds like he's going to do it for me. I don't want to have to pay attention. I don't want to have to know what these people are doing. I got my own life. I'm making coffee at the Starbucks for people. I'm making my blog post. I don't have time. I'm going out drinking downtown tonight. I don't have time to worry about politics. I just want someone to do it for me, and he sounds nice. He's got his I got my Einstein here. Free healthcare and free college tuition and higher minimum wage and I got my Einstein here. Listen to me. Look at me. I'm smart. I got my Einstein here. I'm Bernie Sanders. Well, white people don't know what it's like to be poor and to live in the ghetto. Man, let me slap you upside your head, you old creepy bastard. White people know damn sure what it's like to be poor. I just want to make this little video because it drives me crazy. They don't want to be taken care of. They don't want people to do, they want it to be done for them. So that's my little video. This is Nick James signing off. I got to get back to work. Got these people coming out here. They want me to get their boot off. So, all right. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.